Let's add these two rational expressions. We have 7 over a squared minus a minus 6 plus 5 over a minus 3. All right? So the first thing we got to think about is the lowest common denominator, LCD. And it involves only the denominators, right? So we have two denominators here. So we go ahead and then find the lowest common denominator. So the LCD, that's what we're looking for. All right? Then what's happening is that we have a squared minus a minus 6 that we have to work on, okay? And how do we work on is asking ourselves the question to know if we can factor that. Can we factor a squared minus a minus 6? Yes? Okay, so that's a trinomial, 3 terms. So if it's 3 terms, we have to take the coefficient. So we're going to use the AC method, right? So we're using the AC method. So with the AC method, what do? We got to find the coefficient here, which is 1, and then this one here, the constant here, which is -6. So 1 times -6 is -6, right? So we got to find two numbers. When you multiply them, gives you -6, and the same two numbers add up gives you -1, okay? So what will be those two numbers? Of course, the factors of 6 is going to be what? It's going to be 6, 1. It's going to be 2, 3, for example, right? And then which ones can we add or subtract or multiply to give you, first of all, multiply to give you -6, add up gives you -1. Okay, so when you look at it pretty well, so that would be in -3 and +2. Why? Because +2 times -3 will give you -6, and +2 minus 1 will give you what? -1. Okay, so once you have these two, pretty much done. Meaning what? Meaning you have a plus 2 times a minus 3. That's it. All right? So once you have that, now you go to the second one. So you have a minus 3. So for a minus 3, can we factor that? No. Okay? So it stays just the same. So now we got to find the lowest common denominator. Right? So to find the lowest common denominator, we got to collect all the different factors. That means we have a plus 2, which is one factor. The other one is a minus 3. All right? So once we get that, the next thing to ask is, how many times do we have a plus 2 here? Once. How many times here? 0 times. So we're going to take a plus 2 only once, which is here. And then we go ahead and we say a minus 3, right? How many times do you have minus 3 here? Once. How many times here? Once. So we end up with a minus 3 also once. So the lowest common denominator, ladies and gentlemen, is a plus 2 times a minus 3. And with that, you're done for now. Okay? So now we go ahead, we get back over here, and then we say, now common denominator is a plus 2 times a minus 3 for the first fraction, and for the second fraction, same thing. A plus 2 times a minus 3. Are we good? So now we got to make adjustments. You got to make adjustments. A plus 2 minus a minus 3, ladies and gentlemen, is the same thing as a squared minus a minus 6. Remember? That's what this one is. So from the original denominator of the first fraction to the lowest common denominator, there was no change. That means what? That means 7 stays 7. Nothing also is going to change. Okay? You only make changes when the lowest common denominator has more than the original denominator. Okay? Then you have to make adjustment to the top expression as well, to the numerators. Right? So then we have a plus 2 times a minus 3. So what's happening here? So for this one here, what is missing? We see that we have a plus 2 here, but no a plus 2 here. Automatically, ladies and gentlemen, don't blink twice. What you got to do, take the 5 and multiply by a plus 2. So that's what's going to happen. If you simplify a plus 2 and a plus 2, what do you have left? 5 over a minus 3, which is the original problem. All right? So once you get that, you have a plus 2 times a minus 3 as your lowest common denominator, and now you're going to combine the top expression. So that'll be 7 plus, then 5 times a, 5 times 2, So that will give us what? So that will give us 5a plus 10, all right? And then once you rewrite it, combine the like terms, 7 plus 10, which is going to give us 17, and then 5a, so you have 5a plus 17 over a plus 2 times a minus 3. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, it doesn't matter if you had put 17 first plus 5a after. It doesn't really matter. So this one's 5a plus 17 over a plus 2 times a minus 3. Ladies and gentlemen, you are finished with this problem here. All right? Very interesting, right? The steps, you cannot miss them, especially if you learn it. Once you understand what you're doing, you know what you're doing, then 1 or 2 steps you can think about skipping them. But for now, let's stick, to this. All right?